Hello there, welcome back to day 2 of the TFN challenge. Today we're going to be talking about the effects of exercise on the central nervous system. Health can be disrupted significantly with slight shifts in stress response of the brain, causing major frustrations in life. These stressors often lead to disruption in sleep, unhealthy eating habits, and excessive drug or alcohol abuse. What is chronic stress? Chronic stress is the response to emotional pressure suffered for a prolonged period over which an individual perceives he or she has no control. It involves an endocrine system response in which occurs a release of corticosteroids. Chronic stress is considered to cause a widespread of neurologic conditions such as depression and Alzheimer's disease. The chronic stress is likely caused by a dysregulation of stress response via the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. Exercise has always been a stress reliever, but in-depth science research hasn't been available until the past century or so. Studies of the hippocampus link exercise to cognitive function and memory enhancement. As of late, science has shown that metabolic dysfunction is commonly known to cause Alzheimer's and depression. Moreover, studies have indicated that central insulin resistance are involved in pathogenesis leading into Alzheimer's disease. So as we know, we want to keep our insulin levels balanced. This is commonly underrated when it comes to health. People often associate insulin with diabetics, but everybody has insulin factors that they need to be accounting for. And so just really briefly, if you eat a lot of sugary food, your insulin is going to spike and then it's going to crash significantly. And then what that's going to cause is you to be really hungry. And then if you're going for processed food with the McDonald's burgers and all this kind of junk processed food, then you're going to get a lot of insulin fluctuations, which is going to cause you to consistently be hungry. But if you have healthy food like the natural meat and the vegetables and the fruit and the grains, then your insulin levels are going to be more balanced, which is just going to cause your body to be balanced and your mindset to be balanced as well, because there's a really strong link between our mind and body. Furthermore, here's what you can do. In a popular TED Talk, Dr. Wendy Suzuki enthusiastically motivates the listeners in her informative presentation on the effects of exercise on the brain. She talks about her life-changing moment that inspired her to shift her research focus on exercise. Here's what she had to say. Exercise is the most transformative thing that you can do for your brain today for the following 3 reasons. It has immediate effects on your brain. A single workout will increase dopamine, serotonin, and neuroadrenal that will increase mood for at least 2 hours after exercise. A single workout will increase focus and attention that will last for at least 2 hours after exercise. Reaction time will improve after exercise. The effects are long-lasting when exercise is repeated consistently. Exercise changes the brain's dynamics when cardiovascular activity is increased, producing brand new brain cells in the hippocampus. This increased function of the brain increases long-term memory according to neuroscience. The increased attention is caused by the immediate response on the prefrontal cortex. The hippocampus and prefrontal cortex are the 2 brain regions that are most susceptible to neurological diseases such as Alzheimer's disease. Exercise isn't effective to cure these diseases once the person is diagnosed, but they are very useful for strengthening the parts of the brain to prevent neuro diseases. Neurogenesis is the study of regeneration of new brain cells. Here's another link to a YouTube video where neuroscientist Sandrine Thurette gives a presentation on neurogenesis at a TED Talks conference. She explains what increases or decreases neurogenesis. The most important part of her presentation, in my opinion, comes around 5 minutes, where she talks about running and nutritional effects on cell regeneration. At minimum, everyone should be getting exercise 4 to 5 days a week for at least 30 minutes. Aerobic exercise is the most beneficial for people who aren't really into bodybuilding or athletics, but still want to regenerate new brain cells. Stay tuned for day 3.